Southern Tamil Nadu, a land of ancient temples and sun-drenched beaches. The air hangs heavy and sweet, it smells of jasmine and mangoes, but hidden deep within the emerald embrace of the jungle, a secret thrives. This is the domain of the urinary gorillas. They're not your everyday apes. These gorillas are the keepers of an ancient wisdom. They possess the Trickle Codex, a sacred text. It holds the secrets of the universe. Well, maybe not the whole universe, but definitely the secrets of good digestion and bladder health. The gorillas guard the Trickle Codex with their lives. They have a reason to. Legends whisper of a terrible power held within its pages, a power coveted by many. The jungle hums with the quiet power of the gorillas. They live in harmony with nature. They understand the flow of energy. They know better than anyone that life, like a flowing stream, finds its own way. The urinary gorillas are a sight to behold. They are massive and powerful. They have silver fur and piercing yellow eyes, but it's their bladders, said to hold the universe's secrets, that truly set them apart. They dedicate their lives to spiritual pursuits. They practice ancient forms of yoga. They meditate under waterfalls. They believe in the power of the flow of energy, the flow of life, the flow of, well, you know. Their leader is Nath. He's wise and ancient. His eyes twinkle with mischief and wisdom. He knows the secrets of the Trickle Codex. He teaches his followers to control their flow. He tells them that true power lies not in strength, but in letting go. Far away, in a land of castles and cheese, lived Tim Cheese. He was not a nice man. He was, in fact, a rogue dairy warlock. He smelled strongly of old cheddar and despair. Tim craved power. He heard whispers of the Trickle Codex. He knew that within its pages lay the key to ultimate control. Imagine the power to control the flow of all things. He licked his lips, a glint in his eye. He would have that power. He gathered his unholy relics, a mouldy baguette, a cauldron of rancid milk, and a book of cheesy curses. He set off on his journey. His destination, the heart of the jungle, the home of the urinary gorillas. His goal, to steal the Trickle Codex and unleash its power upon the world. The jungle was thick and humid. It buzzed with life. But a new smell invaded the peace. A smell both pungent and sour. It was the smell of fear and a hint of very strong cheddar. Tim Cheese, the dairy warlock, was here. He left a trail of melted cheese in his wake. He snuck through the undergrowth, his beady eyes searching for the gorillas. He whispered curses under his breath. They smelled faintly of blue cheese. The gorillas sensed a disturbance. The air crackled with unease. Nath, his old eyes narrowed, could smell it too, the sharp tang of cheese and corruption. He knew the time had come. The Trickle Codex was in danger. Section 5. Curds and Chaos. Tim Cheese found the gorillas meditating by a waterfall. He laughed, a grating sound like cheese curds being squeezed. "Foolish gorillas, the Trickle Codex will be mine!" he shrieked, his voice echoing through the jungle. The battle began. It was a sight to behold. Cheese projectiles flew through the air. The gorillas countered with powerful jets of, well, you know, the air filled with the pungent aroma of aged cheddar and something a bit more organic. Tim Cheese, despite his size, was agile. He dodged and weaved, hurling cheese bombs with surprising accuracy. The gorillas, however, were masters of their own unique form of combat. They deflected cheese wheels with carefully aimed streams, each one infused with the power of the Trickle Codex. Section 6, the final flush. The battle raged. The fate of the Trickle Codex and the world hung in the balance. Tim Cheese, tiring, decided to unleash his ultimate weapon. He held aloft a massive cheese wheel, pulsing with a sickly green light. "Prepare to meet your doom!" he roared. Nath knew this was it. He closed his eyes, focusing all his energy. He drew upon the power of the Trickle Codex, the power of the flow, the power of all the urinary gorillas that came before him. He unleashed a jet of such force, such pressure, such sheer, concentrated essence that it obliterated the cheese wheel. Tim Cheese, caught in the backwash, let out a yelp. He vanished in a puff of rancid cheese dust, leaving behind only the faint smell of defeat. Section 7, Echoes in the Jungle. The gorillas had won. The Trickle Codex was safe. They had defended their sacred text and the balance of the universe. They went back to their meditation, their rhythmic breathing a soothing counterpoint to the jungle symphony. Gorilnath smiled. The ways of the flow were mysterious indeed. He knew that the battle was over, but the war for the Trickle Codex would never truly end. There would always be those who craved its power, who sought to control the flow. But Gorilnath also knew that as long as the urinary gorillas stood guard, the secrets of the Trickle Codex and the delicate balance of the universe would be safe. As Section 8, the author. This fantastical tale, with its bizarre humor and underlying message about the power of letting go, is brought to you by the imagination of Neil Gaiman, the mastermind behind such works as American Gods, the Sandman graphic novel series, and The Ocean at the End of the Lane. Perhaps you've heard of him. Section 9, about Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman, often hailed as a rock star of the literary world, is an English author whose work transcends genres, effortlessly blending elements of fantasy, horror, humor, and mythology. Born in Portchester, England in 1960, Gaiman's career began in journalism before his foray into the world of comics with the groundbreaking Sandman series. His success in the graphic novel world paved the way for his acclaimed novels, including Stardust, American Gods, and The Graveyard Book. Gaiman's writing is characterized by its lyrical prose, vivid imagery, and exploration of complex themes such as mortality, belief, and the power of stories. He is a master storyteller, weaving tales that captivate readers of all ages and leaving them with a sense of wonder and a lingering curiosity for the unknown.